Hello everyone, it's Julie here at Big Lakes Dodge. Today I'll be showing you this 2022 Ram 1500 Classic Warlock crew cab with 4x4. It's got the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 in it with the FuelSaver MDS. We also have the 8-speed automatic transmission. For headlamps we have, I believe they're halogens. One second, let me just double check that. Oh my god, it's cold out. You know what, I'm just gonna say they're halogens, but we have our Sport Performance hood on the front. You can tell we have our black grille instead of the chrome. We have our tow hooks, so they have everything for this one blacked out, so the Ram badging, the Hemi badging, the rims, which are, just give me 1 second here, I believe they're 20 by 9 inch gloss black aluminum. Yeah, let me just go on into the passenger side. I'm so sorry, this is our first heavy snowfall. I find that I'm not prepared. Okay, so on the interior we have the black interior. We have premium cloth bucket seats. On this side it is a manual seat. We do have our jack compartment underneath that as usual. We got our all-weather floor mats, door pockets, this little nook there, power locks, power windows. We got some storage space in here with a little interior light so you can see what you're grabbing, as well as our owner's manual in our glove box, which has your owner's manual, your quick reference guide, your SiriusXM information, and it's all tucked away in a nice neat little pouch. We have our tailgate removal kit, so when you are taking your tailgate off, you're going to want this to pop your wiring in there, and that'll help protect it from corrosion while your tailgate's off. And then you just take this off, re-hook up your wiring when you're putting your tailgate back on. So that's just in your glove box for you with your owner's manual. You also have a bit of room, you can tell with my glove here, to throw in a few extra pairs of gloves. We have this little nook here, which I find is a perfect spot to throw your extra charging cords and stuff like that, so that way they're not cluttering your center console. Ultimately, it's up to you what you throw in there though. But there's a quick look at the interior up here. We'll go on into the back here. Back here we have our 60/40 split bench, just wiping away the snow. So it does fold up, which I'll show you really quickly. And then once we fold this little panel up, we have some under the seat storage here. It's really good for storing, like if you have like the Ram cold weather cover and whatnot, you could throw that in there. You could throw like a washer or the jug of washer fluid. Then it has these neat little legs that pop up, and then you can fold it out and you have a nice flat surface there. So we do have one under there, and the entire back area can be a flat surface in case you need that, like you bring home a flat screen TV in this kind of weather or something like that. We have some extra cup holders there, as well as on our door we have our door pockets. We have a back seat pocket for throwing a book, magazine, maybe a map. Under our all-weather floor mats we got our in-floor storage bins, which do have a removable liner. Let's see if I can grab that with my glove. There we go. So this is removable. You can take that out to clean it or to use it to move things around if you need. And that's on this side, and that side we have the in-floor storage bins. I'm going to fold this down. We have the these cup holders that fold down in the middle here, in case you don't need that extra seat but you need the extra cup holders. You got that option. Down here we have our 12-volt DC port, which you can plug a car charger into. You know, we all know those. And that's our back interior. Alrighty, let me just, okay, preparing myself. Now we go back here. Oh gosh. Okay, so we have our bed step, dual exhausts, which are also black. So I believe, what do they call that? Customer preferred package. So the B pillar is blacked out, which I didn't quite mention while we were there. But that's just in the middle of our two windows over there. That's blacked out. The exhausts are both black. The Ram badging, all of that's blacked out just to make it, you know, cooler. We also have our rear parking sensors back here. So those will beep when you're getting too close to something. I can see up to 10 feet behind you and 1 lane over. No, wait, that's our blind spot monitoring. Never mind, forget that. The parking sensors, I think, can see up to 49 inches behind you, and then they tone lock at 12 inches, so it beeps to alert you when you get too close to something, and it'll do a solid beep when you're getting within a foot of something. And we have our 4 and our 7-pin wiring harness down here. We got our class 4 hitch receiver. Underneath we should also have our spare tire. There we go. Okay, and then we also have the 4-wheel anti-lock disc brakes. You can see our backup camera there. I'm gonna open this up so you can see in here. Then we have our tonneau cover on there. This is our access panel in case ever you forget to put on your wiring back before you close up your tailgate. You'll need to remove this access panel in order to open it back up again, so you'll have to manually unlatch it. We also have our hooks in the 4 corners of our truck bed, so in case you need to tie down anything, you have that option. And then we also have our cargo management system. So we have these little indents along there. Those are for if you want to divide up your cargo back here. So you can put a piece of wood across and divide that up. Or they also sell an actual cargo divider, which is like a heavy plastic divider. Okay, so there's a look there. What else can I point out? Now let's move on. Okay. Go over here, same thing, door pockets here, back seat pockets, our second row and 4 storage bins. This side folds up as well. We also have some storage under there. This folds out, has the legs as well. That's just a very quick look back here. We'll hop on into the driver's side where I can be nice and warm and I can talk to you properly about all these wonderful features. Just want to point out quickly that is a powered seat. I'm gonna hop up in here. Okay, one moment. All right. Now that I know I'm gonna survive, I can talk to you properly. All right, so we have our power windows, power locks. Our mirrors are folding. They're heated as well, which you can tell by that little symbol there. And I think that's about it. Yeah, they're powered, heated, and folding. So to adjust them, you click that, and then you use this little arrow there to adjust. To fold them in, you press this little middle button there, and they fold in on either side at the same time. You click it again, they both fold right back out. So that's our door functions here. This one also locks your windows so that way no one else can open them up. We have our headlamps control here. So they are automatic headlamps. If you have it in the auto mode, it'll kind of just adjust based on the light outside. It'll adjust the brightness. You can also set the brightness yourself. You can switch between the different modes there. We have our tilting function for the steering wheel, so you pull this forward, you can move it up or down, and then we have our rocker switches back here. This side does your tuning, so you can switch to the next song or the next radio station. This one does your volume control. Then we also have our cruise control here, which has... Alright, sorry about that. So as I was saying, this is your cruise control here. You click this button here to turn it on. Click it again to turn it off. If you want to set your cruise control speed higher or lower, you would use these buttons here. If you want to cancel your cruise control, you click this one. We have our gear down and gear up. And then on this side, we have our controls for our driver information display, which is right there in the cluster. We have our voice recognition system, so you hold this one down. It'll pop up on there. You do need to connect your phone in order to use that, and it'll use your digital assistant from your phone. This is your call answer and call end. But your phone does need to be connected for that as well. What else can I point out? I'll show you our driver information screen quickly. So up there on our cluster right now, we're on our speedometer. You can change to miles per hour. It just shows down there. You just click that little arrow, which would be this one here. So we click that one and we change to miles per hour. You click it again and it's kilometers. I'm going to use the scroll down button. We're going to scroll through our different pages here. So we have our vehicle information page, which you can see your tire pressure, your trans temp, oil temperature, oil life, your gauge summary, so it'll just see the summary of all of those, and then your engine hours, so you can see how many hours are spent idling, how many are spent driving, and the total engine hours. Then we're back to our tire pressure. We're going to continue scrolling down. We have our fuel economy. This does adjust based off of your driving patterns. So if you're not happy with the fuel economy, it's all about how you drive, how heavy you are on that accelerator pedal. So it adjusts based on how you drive. So this will switch as you go. Then we have our trip A and trip B information, I believe. Trip A, trip B, there we go. Our audio, which will show what's playing. If you have your Bluetooth connected, it'll also show what's playing from your phone. Stored messages, so this is if your tire pressure is low or you need to change your oil, anything like that. It'll store those messages here for you. Then you have your screen set up. So as you can see, we see our range, the time, and our temperature there. So you can, you can adjust what information is right there for you. I'm just going to turn that cruise control off. So you can switch out the range. All of that would be set here. So you go here and you can kind of just see the different, the different areas that you can adjust, and then you can switch what you want there. So right on the lower right, there's nothing there. We can put our compass, we can put our outside temp, which we already have. You can put the time, which we also already have, your range to empty, your average, so the average fuel economy you're getting. I would say our compass, since we don't have that yet, but this is how you would go ahead and do that, and then you save it by clicking the right button, and then we're going to go back to our screen setup, and then we're back to our speedometer. So that's there. We also have our analog gauges along the side, but that is our steering wheel and our driver information display. We're going to move over to our Uconnect screen, which is an 8.4 inch display. It's a Uconnect 5W, and so right now it's on our phone because this screen is hot. Oh, it's because I had the heat blasting in here because it's freezing outside. So on our Uconnect screen we have our home page, which, okay, we're gonna skip that. We'll come back to it once it cools down in here a little bit. I'm gonna turn down the heat. It is pretty hot in here. So moving downwards, we have our physical controls for our climate control. So I just use these ones to turn down our heat. It does pop up on the screen to show what is happening. We have our AC, our air circulation, our front and rear window defrosters. This one turns on your heated mirror function. Then we have our volume controls, our tuning. You can turn the screen off altogether. You can go back when you're on the screen. You can click back. This is your hazards in the middle. This is your fan settings, so you can turn it up or down. If you want to turn it off, you can go ahead and click there, or you can set it to auto, so it'll keep it at a comfortable temperature automatically. Whatever temperature you set, it'll adjust the fan settings to be automatically to get it at that temperature. Below that, we have our heated seats, heated steering wheel, passenger heated seats. This is our parking sensor, so that'll beep when we're getting too close to something on the rear. If ever you want to turn those off, because they do tend to get annoying, like right now we have some snow outside, and if there was snow piled up behind me, it would beep constantly about that. So you can turn that off. We have our tow haul mode and our traction control here as well. Looking over at our gear shifter, it is the dial gear shifter. One thing to keep in mind about this is that it won't let you go into reverse while you're driving unless you're under 8 kilometers per hour. So when you're going from drive to reverse, it won't let you switch unless you're under 8 kilometers per hour, and that's just to reduce damage to the transmission. Then below that we have our what is it? I think they call it electronic shift on the fly transfer case. So down here we have our 4-wheel, so you can go between your 4-wheel drive lock, 4 low, and then your 2-wheel drive. If ever you are needing to tow this behind like a, I don't know, motorhome or something like that, and you need it in neutral, it has this little thing that you need to press with a pin, and you go ahead and press that one, and then it'll be in neutral, so you can tow it behind something. We have on this side our 115 volt outlet. That's nice for, I find, if you're plugging in an iPad. These car chargers that we have in here don't quite do it as well. We have this little nook here with a removable liner to throw some things down there. You can throw your key fob or whatever. I have this neat little spot to put our phones here. They just sit there, and then it has a spot for the cord to come out the bottom. We have a 12-volt DC port down here, so you can plug in a car charger there. We have this storage space here, as well as our cup holders right there. Looking in our center console, we have some extra storage space. This one's just the I don't even know what to say. It's not very deep. So we have our change compartment, or there used to be a change compartment thing here. Then we have our USB. Let me just get closer to that. We have our 2 USB ports as well as an auxiliary port, so those are right there. As well as lots of extra space for throwing things down here, like paperwork or whatnot, receipts. We know we all carry those. Then in here we have an extra deep storage space, so you can throw more things down there. It does have this little removable liner in here as well. Up above, when we look up above, we have our universal home remote. So that would be to connect to your garage door or your home security system, your lights, whatnot. And we have our sun visor with our vanity on here with the lights. We also have that over on our passenger side. These little things up there, in case anyone's wondering, are for your voice recognition. So that's how it picks up your voice. It has some microphones in there. On our rear view mirror, we do have our SOS and our assist buttons. Let me just look at my sheet here. Oh, I didn't mention the side steps, although I'm sure you probably saw them when I was going around. So we do have black Mopar tubular side steps. I did mention the Sport Performance hood, the all-weather mats, LED fog lamps. It does have remote start. I don't know if I mentioned that, but on our key here, you can see we do have remote start as well as our remote keyless entry. It has the physical key hidden away in this little compartment. You unlock it by using this little latch there, and then that comes out. What else do we have? We have rear heavy-duty shock absorbers. The driver's seat is powered. It's 10-way adjustable with 2-way lumbar support. Yeah, I feel like that's basically it. Besides our Uconnect screen, which I'm hoping cooled down a bit now. So then we have our home page, which has our widgets, which are customizable. Then we have our media page, which will show your AM, FM, Sirius XM radio. I'm just going to show you without it. It is fairly hot, actually. I messed up. But it's nice to know that it won't keep trying to run to damage it, you know? So we're going to turn that on. So in our media, we have our AM, FM radio, as well as Sirius XM. It does have the presets down at the bottom. You can search, whatever. Then we have our comfort page, which has our... we have the physical buttons up here, but it also has it on the touch screen, just so you can see it nice and big. Then we have our phone settings. That would be where you connect your Bluetooth. Vehicle settings is where you can view your rear view camera. You can have a look at your settings there. So your vehicle settings, which would be like your safety and driving assistance, so your hill start assist, tire fill assist, stuff like that. You can also adjust the settings for the display brightness, for if it beeps when you touch it. There are a lot of different ways to customize it to exactly how you want it. So it's good to play around with that in the vehicle settings. Then in our apps, it shows all of the apps that the vehicle has. So I believe it does have a Wi-Fi hotspot. It talks a bit about the assist and SOS buttons. It shows the backup camera, the heated seats and steering wheel. So it shows all that kind of stuff there. I feel like that's about it, yeah. So there's one final look at the interior. I'll show you one final look at the exterior, and then we'll wrap this video up. Oh, it doesn't have the side steps. Okay, never mind. Okay, so there is our Warlock. 2022 Warlock. It's a beautiful truck. If you want to take it for a drive, or if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at Big Lakes Dodge. We're always happy to help. See you in the next one.